Hi guys, this is Mrs. Poulsen. I'm going to put together this quick informational video to help you organize a data table in Google Docs using Sheets. I'll have another video that will show you how to make a chart or a graph from a data table. I'll have another video, separate video. Okay, so what you do is you go ahead and get into your Drive. If you have Sheets available right there, you can just simply actually click on that. Once it opens up, my computer is slow today. Once it opens up, you're going to click on a blank one. This, you can title it whatever you want. I'm going to just title it Table Practice. Okay, and in case I want an overall title, I'm going to just skip down and add in my column headings, just one little row down from the top. It's just kind of something that I just do. But you can go ahead and type in age, whatever your two variables are, or if you have trials or whatever your headings are going to be for your table, you can go ahead and throw them in there. And we always want to include units in those headings, so I'm going to put in years. No. We're going to go months. And then height, and the unit was centimeters. We're going to say that this data was collected in a very scientific, reliable, sound way, leading to high credibility. So I'm just going to toss some numbers in there for the time being. Let's see, we got 180 months, and they are 130 centimeters. Just adding in some data so that you have that. You have that to work with. 40. And you can have as much data as you want. This is just an example, so I don't even know if those centimeters even make any sense. But 166. Okay, so now we have some data. If you wanted to play with this and make this bold, change the font since it's a heading, we can do that. When you run into a situation where you are breaking off or being cut off, that comes from the text wrapping. You can click the middle one and it will wrap, so that way it will work that for you. When you want to transfer, if you wanted to make this like fun, you can do a fill. And let's say you like how this looks. Well, actually we want to center it, so we can do an alignment. All these tools can help you. Oops, sorry, I didn't have the right thing. All these tools up here can kind of help you dress it up. But the idea is you definitely want a title and units if applicable. Now let's say I want to copy this same formatting into this square right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the paint format, and it'll take all the directions, the text directions, and apply it to wherever I click. So yeah, so that's how that works. And then you can dress it up by highlighting the whole thing and putting in the borders. And since it's a data table, you'll want to line the whole thing. You can change the size of the border, you can change the border color, you can do all of these things to kind of spruce it up and make it look nice. For me, I'm just going to make it as simple as possible right here. So this age and height is great. It's got units and everything, but usually an overall title might be better and to put over it. And I would say human age versus home. and height. You know, just kind of what's in the data table. So I want to copy that format again, so I'm going to hit the paint format and I'm going to click whatever cell I want it to actually copy. And then this doesn't look good. I want it to cover both columns, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight the whole two areas here, and what this will do is it'll merge my cells for me. So I can make a title use up one big solid block. Okay? So that's pretty much it. If there was any calculations that had to happen, that's a really easy thing. I wouldn't want to calculate an average, but let's just, for the sake of showing you how to do it, let's say I had an average. Again, not something that I would do for this particular set of data, but I want to show you how to use the function tools. So since I have average, you start the function tool with the equal sign, and then you can start typing average and see it automatically pulled up some options for you. So if I do average, it's going to want me to know, okay, well, what cells do I want to average? So this would be A3 and B3. So we would put A3 with a comma, oh no, sorry, A3 with a colon and B3. So you can, so basically you're telling it to average those, and then if I hit the enter key, it will automatically calculate that average. Okay, and so if you wanted to do that same thing for each of these columns, what you can do is grab this little box there and drag it down, and it'll do the same thing for each of these. It kind of like has that intelligence where it kind of knows what you're trying to do there. Let's say I don't want this decimal place 0.5. I can go up, let me start at the top one. I can go up and click this decrease decimal places, and then I can drag that function I just did down to the rest of them. So now none of them have that to the tenths. So just some fun things I can do. Let's say I wanted to copy that. I can take that and click on that. I can get a grid going on this. So this is just a quick reference, guys. From here on out, it is up to you to have good, beautiful data tables. And once I highlight this, if I click it, hit copy, I can open up another doc. Like if this was my lab, I can go into a doc and I can insert it into my doc. We'll go ahead and start another one. Start a new one. Boom. And let's say, you know, we got typing here, blah, blah, blah. You scroll down, I want to put my data table here. So paste. You always want to link it to the spreadsheet, because if you make any changes to the data table in your spreadsheet, it will automatically show up on your new doc. It's the coolest thing ever. I love it. If you were to do paste on link, then any changes that you make to the actual spreadsheet document will not show up in your lab document. So then you hit paste, and there it is. Isn't it beautiful? Really quickly, I wanted to show you a couple more things that you can do. You can do the fill. You can change your text color. You can change your alignment. You could like make all of these, you know, centered like that. And by linking it like I did, it'll tell me update, and then it'll go boop, and it'll do that for me. So, isn't that cool? Now you know how to do a data table, and you know how to do some calculations, and you know how to take it from the sheets to your Google Doc.